Hello and welcome to my video. So today I will be drawing a mini portrait of Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon. I have never actually watched the show, but I really like the aesthetic of it. So I decided to draw a portrait of one of the characters. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just taking a regular sized watercolor paper and just cutting it into a small square and rounding off the corners. And I'm also going to be painting it with really tiny paints, which I think I shown at the start of the video. And yeah, I actually made that palette myself. It's actually gouache. It's actually not watercolor, but you can use it as watercolor. It's just HIMI Miya gouache, but I made it into a tiny palette. I got my dad to 3D print me that grid, and then I just glued a base onto it of just normal like milk carton plastic and filled it in with the colors. And I think the bottom row has a bunch of my own colors that I mixed with the HIMI Miya gouache to make it easier, like the kind of more like fleshy tones, the skin tones, just so I don't have to mix them as much, because I draw a lot of portraits and that makes it much easier, saves me time. Now I'm just sketching the character. I think I just took a screenshot from the anime and tried drawing the portrait, but I think I changed it a bit. I definitely changed the hair color and a lot of the colors completely different. I think it was more of like a monotone drawing, or like I guess like an animation, because it was just a screenshot from the anime. But yeah, I definitely changed it a lot. But I tried keeping the more Sailor Moon style, because I don't tend to draw in that type of style with the really huge eyes, but I think it is really cute, so I tried drawing that style for today. Right now I'm just doing the pencil sketch, just with a regular mechanical pencil. And yeah, this drawing was really fun to draw. I had a lot of fun with it. I really like doing the tiny portraits. I'm not sure why, it's just they turn out really cute. And I even made a small sketchbook so I can make more of like tiny portraits, because with the little pieces of paper sometimes it's I think it would be easy to lose them. I did have a place I store them for now, but yeah, I just like having things in a sketchbook so they're kind of all together. And once I upload the tutorial, because I actually recorded a tutorial on how to make a tiny sketchbook, I might link it if you're curious to see. But yeah, so now I'm just inking it with a waterproof fine liner. It's important that the fine liner is waterproof, because otherwise once you put the watercolor gouache on it, it will bleed. But you can still definitely do watercolor drawings and ink them if you don't have a waterproof fine liner. You just need to color it in first and then line it. So what you could do is use a water-soluble pencil, so then you don't have to erase the lines, and then once you colored it with watercolor, you just go over the top after it's all dried and ink it. It's important that it doesn't get wet, because it will bleed. Sometimes you can use it for cool effects though, and I have definitely used water-soluble fine liners before for cool effects. Yeah, so I think the line art is almost finished. I think it turned out pretty cute so far. And now I'm just starting on the coloring. So since it's a gouache, it's not actually 100% transparent, as you can probably tell. Usually with good watercolor it is almost completely transparent except for the pigment. So like if you mix it on the tray, you can kind of see that you can still see through it, I guess, like kind of like a cellophane, but with this you can see it's more cloudy, and that's just because it's gouache. So if I wanted to, I could just dilute it less and use it as gouache. But since I wanted the line art to still be visible, I diluted it a lot, so then it's a bit more transparent. And it still works pretty well, even when it's diluted. It's just more like watercolor, but watercolor that's not as transparent, I guess. And also, you could see me dabbing away some extra paint. I do that a lot. I actually always keep a little tissue next to me, so it's a bit easier to make some effects that way if you put on a lot of paint at first and then just dab away the extra. I usually do that for things like adding a bit of a red tone to faces and stuff like that. I don't know why, it's just I prefer it that way. And for the hair, I am planning to make it more galaxy style, so I am trying to mix some colors together, so it's not just a plain flat color. I was trying to add a bit of a variation to it. And I could have probably done it a bit more extreme to make it look a bit more galaxy, but yeah, I just decided to have more of like a subtle effect where there is color variation, but it's not too extreme, so it's not like full galaxies in the middle of it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with trying this effect. If I drew this type of drawing again, maybe I would change some things, but it was still super fun, and I think it turned out cute. And now I was just adding a bit of shadow to the skin. I have a darker flashy tone color, which you can also use as a shadow for characters with a lighter skin tone, and I think it's pretty convenient because I guess it's more versatile. You can either use it as a skin color itself or as a shadow. I think the hair color faded a lot. It wasn't really noticeable when I was just painting it in person. I think I thought that I just didn't make it very bright, but now that I watched the video, it did fade a lot. But yeah, I think it's normal for some paints to change color a bit when they dry, but it wasn't too big of a deal. All I did was just put another layer on top to make it a bit more saturated. And then at the end I just added a few little stars and highlights with a white gel pen and also with a glitter gel pen. I think it was, one of them was just a regular silver gel pen, and another one was a really pretty one that shifts colors when you move it, and at the end I think I will zoom in to show it a bit more clearly. So that's the drawing done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, do comment and tell me that you liked it. But yeah, so I will definitely be making more anime scenes. I actually have another one already recorded, so I'll probably link some of those in the end. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!